Hello friends, I made this for. My name is Lauren, and today I wanted to do a little collective reading for Virgo season. So no matter what sign you are, this is just the collective energy we are tapping into. I am doing this on the 22nd, the day the sun moves into Virgo season, but you will see this tomorrow, or today, because you'll be seeing it today on the 23rd. I'm using some rosemary to cleanse my deck and just kind of clear the space. Rosemary is a beautiful alternative clearing material, especially for those of us who are European. I'm very Germanic, and British, so trying to use stuff that might have been used by my own ancestors, use as you choose that information. But yeah, so this is a collective read. How's everyone doing? If you've never been here before, hi, my name is Lauren, and I like to do this, talk about toxic spirituality, help folks connect with art as a ritual to channel your emotions and your aliveness, your experience, and you know, just doing the damn thing. But yeah, feels good to be here with you. If you have not been here before, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and send this to someone that you love, hate, and or lust after. The Mars in Gemini happened this weekend on the 20th. We are having a Uranus retrograde on the 24th. Mercury enters Libra the 25th. And our new moon in Virgo is the 27th. So those are some important transits to kind of help us finish out this month. But let's see what Virgo season has to offer. Of course, I talked about in video prior yesterday that Virgo can be represented in the tarot as the Hermit. So pull out your Hermit card if that helps to kind of see what energy we're tapping into. Now, one of the things that I mentioned yesterday when I talked about Virgo and the Hermit is it's an invitation to slow down, to really just tap in. Slowing down, tap into your inner knowing, your inner wisdom, kind of scrutinizing what is and isn't working. So let's begin with where are we being asked to slow down in our lives? Where are we kind of slowing down, or what can be a medicine card to support us in doing this? What area of our lives are we slowing down and tapping into? Slowing down and tapping into. Seven of Swords. Again, this is collective, so I'm going to speak really general. What are we being asked to slow down and tap into? The way to phrase it. We need to slow our role in how we're observing others and how we are judging others' circumstances. I think generally speaking, when it comes to swords, it's all about befriending the mind, right? And when it comes to slowing down, it might just be a matter of like really paying attention to where our thoughts are going. Where is our mind taking us? Is it present with what we currently have? Or are we not being present and we're observing the past or the future with what we want or what we wanted and really missing out on the present magic? Sometimes people talk about this card being the grass is always greener on the other side, and that can definitely resonate. I've also heard people talk about this as like an embodiment of the evil eye, or like wanting what others have and not really being grateful for what you do have. And I don't disagree with that necessarily, but I think when we're looking at this card with regards to what are we being invited to slow down, is like really pay attention to where your mind is going. And is it like moving ahead without you like looking forward? Like, are you kind of just on autopilot with the rigmarole of day to day, but your mind is racing constantly? Like your body is just kind of like fulfilling the job that it's supposed to be doing, but you don't necessarily like, you're not really present mentally. Another question might be, can you even like take a second to see what is in your hands? Like the thoughts that you're holding, the projects that you're holding onto in this moment, are you even giving them any attention, or are you already focused on the next thing or the things you did prior, right? So this could be in connection to just not living in the moment, I feel like, in this card. Focusing too much on the future or too much in the past really does not serve us in our journey forward. So that is our first card. And let's go with a card to help remind us how to be more present. What's a card that can help remind us how to be more present? Our teacher card. What is our teacher around being more present? All right, from 7 to 8s, here we go. This card always comes to me as a reminder of you are not as trapped as you feel. And I think it's really interesting that both of these are swords, because I think what they're really tapping into is that this Virgo season, we have a lot happening astrologically. And because there's all this action going on, we're about to have Uranus in retrograde. Mars is going to be in Gemini for like 6 or 7 months, what have you. We also have a few other transits or retrogrades kind of like interacting with the collective right now. Just, you know, shit happening as it does. Both these cards really come with the caveat of what illusions are we putting ourselves into? Like there's a clear opening here. This person can leave. And in some representations, this isn't even that tight, right? Like we are wrapping our heads in fears that are unwarranted. And so the medicine here on how to be more present is, if we're taking time for stillness and slowing down, can we tap into our intuition more? This is not being in tune with your intuition. This is not even really being in tune with your intuition. This is like so much overwhelm. So acknowledging that you are boxing yourself in, perhaps, whether it's that I have to's or the I shoulds, or if it's, okay, people have this expectation of me, so I need to go do this, that, and the third. It's all illusion, right? It's all illusionary. So how can we allow ourselves to be more present is by acknowledging where we are boxing ourselves in and saying, well, I have to do it like this, or they're doing it like that, and I want to be successful. Like, these two are very interesting. This one coming before this one, especially because it's like, oh, I had all these dreams. I need to get all these things. I had to do this stuff to achieve these goals. Oh shit, I did all the things, but I feel trapped with all the things I have. That's how I like observe that one. Those two going together. That's pretty fascinating. This is the Smith-Waite deck, by the way. What's a card to help us move past the illusions that will be presented? What's a medicine card for moving past the illusions of this season? The Tower. Or you can look at it as Mars. Let change happen. Don't worry about control. Let it just fall apart. Or this might be an invitation for those of you who have are going to be impacted by Mars in your chart. Really pay attention to where Mars is at in the sky. Do some work with Mars and really just allow yourself to sit with Mars as a teacher during this time until March 26th, I want to say, is when Mars gets out of Gemini. But for those of you who are not like that transit feels like a whole lot, the answer is embrace change, embrace your lack of control, knowing that if it was for you and meant for you, it wouldn't go away, and also knowing that if it fell apart, it was never really stable to begin with. Virgo season is about being super just like speculative, like looking at everything with like, you sure about that? Sure about that, bud? So can we pay attention to our thought patterns where we're not being present in the moment? Can we notice where we are boxing ourselves in with these same thought patterns because we're so scared of the present moment? How can we tap into our intuition better and live in a place of trust rather than fear? Because things are going to fall apart anyway, and those that do were not meant to happen for us, to us, or with us. It's just not in our best interest to focus on that shit. So I hope you found this supportive. I hope you found this helpful. Check out the links down below if you would like to connect with me, book a private reading via my website, or connect with me on Patreon, because I like to use art as ritual, and if you love the sound of that, I would love for you to join. It's sliding scale from $2 to $10. All of the levels are the same. You just pick your, and you know, how much you want to spend. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know down below, what are you pulling around this season of Virgo? I probably need to take more naps. I've already said that so many times. Anyway, I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.